Good afternoon. It is a bright and wonderful sunny afternoon here in Tallahassee, Florida. Wanted to come on here and say what's up to you guys, try to connect with you, and just to share with you about what's going on in my brain today as things get started. Sundays are usually my day where I'm recharging and doing my thing, but I've been moving furniture for the last couple hours because we got new furniture in our house and the wife had to move everything. So all of that stuff has been moved around and all of that fun stuff. But I wanted to talk to you for a minute about something that I see that I caught myself doing, and I wanted to share it with you because I think a lot of other people are doing it too because of the kind of the weird and crazy and odd friend requests that I'm getting on Facebook these days. So, I've already talked about this idea that if you're putting all your eggs in the Facebook basket, and that's the only place that you're doing any kind of dream client or dream customer connections, then you're definitely doing it wrong. So you want to be aware of that. But not only do I see people doing it wrong in that sense that they're putting all their eggs in that one basket, they are also not really doing a very good job. And this is what I caught myself doing a while back, and let me know if any of this sounds familiar. So here's what happens is you get excited about an idea. So you have one of those moments where the light suddenly comes on for you and everything starts making sense, and you see a path forward where you previously had not seen a path. And in this instance, it's Facebook marketing. So you figure it out and you start just going nuts adding friends on Facebook, right? So you go into the main ClickFunnels group, or you go into other what you think are target marketing groups that are should be part of your target marketing group or your target audience, and you just start adding friends like crazy. And of course, you don't go too far with it because you don't want to run afoul of the algorithm and fire off any warnings or anything like that. But here's what happens, right? You end up with a bunch of people in your friends list that are people just like you that are trying to do the same thing that you are. And so you end up, like, say for instance, you're an affiliate marketer, right? Then you go through and you're making all these friends and sending out all these requests and doing things that you had thought that you weren't going to do, and you got all of this stuff in there, and you have made a bunch of friends with all of your competitors. And I obviously that sucks, right? So you're kind of screaming, you're preaching to the choir is the way I kind of refer to it. And really the big challenge is this, right? So when you're making your friends request, you've got to figure out which way you're pointing, right? Because what I see that's happening is that there are, the digital marketing people are all facing each other, right? They're friending each other, they're connecting with each other. And don't get me wrong, there's legitimate people that you need to be connecting with in the digital marketing space that you need to be connecting with, right? That makes perfect sense. But when the people that are always seeing your posts are the other people in the digital marketing space, then you end up with like lots of virtual high fives, right? So somebody posts something and you see it and you go, hey, hell yeah, man, that's awesome, preach, brother, whatever, and I've made those posts and I've made those comments, and we see all of this stuff. But the way I've come to think about it is this, right? Instead of everybody facing in and pointing towards each other in the digital marketing space, we really need to be pointed outwards. It's just the way that it formulates in my brain. So, you should have something that you offer as a value, as a service, as a product, as a training, as a coaching, as a course that is not just for other digital marketers. And so here the challenge comes then is if you are just another coach that's talking about lead generation, or you're just another coach that's talking about marketing, or you're just another coach that is, talking about coaching, right? Then, obviously there are people at different steps, on the ladder for various different things, but man, it doesn't make any sense, because you're really, it boils down to this. You're a marketer talking to marketers about marketing and how to teach other marketers how to market. That doesn't really compute for me. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So the challenge then becomes, what is unique about you, right? Then you got to figure out a way to flip it and turn it outside. And I think I've been thinking about this, and I'm going to do some more research into this. But I think that what happens a lot of times is some of the most successful people in the digital marketing space online are not selling to other digital marketers. I think about, I think it's Alex Hormozi is the one who is built his empire on, teaching gym owners and marketing, helping other gym owners with their marketing. And then you've got Kaylin Pullen, who is helping people with their health and their fitness. They're not really talking to other marketers, but I see so many people doing that right now. So, like I said, I found myself, I got caught up in that trap. When I first started doing this, it was really easy just to become friends with lots of other people in the ClickFunnels community and those kinds of things, but I really quickly realized that, number one, I don't want to be a marketer trying to teach other marketers about marketing and how to sell marketing to people who want to learn about marketing. That's not me. That's not what I do. I don't want to be talking about, I don't want to be just another guy talking about lead generation. I don't want to talk about, all these different things. That's not me. I want to have my back, like I was saying before, we're not all facing each other. I want to have my back pointed towards the digital marketing community, where yes, I'm still participating and I'm still, being part of the conversation and part of the community, but I don't want to be that guy who is just another marketing guy in the marketing community. That way my name isn't really any different than anybody else. So, and at the end of things, really, what's the point of doing that? It doesn't make any sense. You have to figure out what it is that makes you unique in the marketplace. So I'm not telling you anything you don't already know, but maybe this idea of thinking about pointing, into a market that is something other than, just the digital marketing space might be something that you may want to take a look at if you're doing that. There's a time and a place for that, right? There was a story, and I can't remember the name, but I believe Russell talks about it in Expert Secrets, about how one guy got rich selling mining equipment to the miners in the big gold rush in the 1800s, right? And certainly there's a time and a place for that, right? That's kind of where I want to be myself. That's kind of how I look at my business, is I want to be the one who is empowering those people to go and do the things that they're trying to do online. I don't need to be Russell Brunson. I don't need to be Alex Hormozi. I don't need to be, any of these other people. I want to be the first Rob Orr. That's where I want to, stake my claim and figure out a way that I can be known in my space for the value and the life experience and the technical expertise and the marketing and communications experience that I bring from years and years of working with design companies and working in a very large and prominent communications company. I bring a ton of wealth from that world that can help digital marketers, ironically enough. But the thing is I don't want to be always that guy. So think about that. It's just, kind of the Sunday afternoon thought that I had, that I wanted to share with you guys as I take a break from moving furniture around my living room while my wife is rearranging and getting ready for Christmas decorations. So I just put that out there as a challenge. Think about those things. Think about, is there something unique enough about what you're doing that will make you stand out from the crowd of all of the other people that are in the digital marketing space space. So when you're sending friend requests and you're trying to make connections with new people on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or LinkedIn or wherever it is that you're trying to make these connections, be the one that's pointing out towards the people who are not already digital marketers. So that's what I was thinking about today. For those of you guys that have joined me here live, I really appreciate that. Give me a thumbs up, give me a heart, let me know if something that I've talked about here is helpful. Please feel free, share this with somebody that you think that needs to hear it. Tag them in the comments below. But like I said, this is, we got to figure out a way to make sure that we are unique in the space that we are unique in. So that's what I've got for you guys today. You guys have a great night. I'll be back tomorrow morning, be on here live talking about more stuff, and we'll just keep on keeping on. You guys have a great night. Bye.